there is a global quantum coherence in our brain that develops from the what we call microtubules. Every cell has a structure, skeletal structure, and that's cytoskeleton is made of the microtubules. The microtubule has a tubular molecules in it, and they act as a qubit, quantum bit, and they can sustain a quantum coherence in the brain. And when that collapses, the brain commandeers the proto-consciousness, the universal consciousness that is present everywhere through this neural structure and through quantum coherence. I've been contributing to that. I just submitted an article for the consciousness conference at the University of Arizona in Tucson. So far, most of the physicists believe that the basic ingredient for this quantum coherence, the wave function, is a mathematical oddity. It has no reality. Well, how could our real consciousness, which is reality that we have, I don't think I have to tell you your consciousness is real, how could it actually emerge if something that is the vehicle that is harnessing it has no reality? So wave functions should have a reality. In fact, I published an article recently, and I gave a copy to Professor Rose. In fact, I had a dinner meeting with Roger Penrose in Berlin, where Einstein's celebration, our centennial celebration, was going on for his unveiling of the final theories of general relativity. He looked at it and he said, you're right on the right track, so that made me very happy, and I'm continuing that research. But what I want to tell you is that, as Penrose says, that if we cannot make room for awareness in our scientific worldview today, then you cannot claim the legitimacy of our completion of the scientific worldview. And he also expressed hope and his conviction that we will, in time. Remember, science is only about 400 years old, and quantum physics is only about 100 years old, and we have a long way to go. And we, if we don't kill ourselves, and hopefully we will not, especially if we realize the kind of nature of reality that I mentioned to you. If every man, woman, child in this world would get that feeling, would get that under their belt, can you imagine what a wonderful society would be? And it could be, really, because our Sri Aurobindo has predicted that the perception of oneness, the unity of consciousness, that is, our rishis have shown how to, by trial and error, how to get to through meditation, which I'm sure Swamiji practices every day, and I do some, but unfortunately I also have to live in day-to-day life. So I do my tune-up twice a day, because I believe that to realize the oneness that science is showing through experience gives us tremendous bliss and clarity of mind. But by itself, it cannot be the ultimate goal. Because if you look at the universe, what it has been doing for 14 billion years, manifesting and evolving. So we have to live in the society, we have to do our manifestation. So this is why I like Tagore's words, বৈরাগ্য সাধনে মুক্তি সে আমার নয় অসংখ্য বন্ধন মাঝে সদানন্দময় লভিব মুক্তির স্বাদ. It is hard to balance that, but that is my goal. That's what I've been trying. Thank you for listening to me. I hope you have got something.
The next 15 minutes will be spent in discussions on the topic. The microphone will be passed on to those desirous of asking questions. Let the questions be brief and precise. Please don't go into details. Those who want to ask questions, please raise your hands. The microphone will be taken to you.
I'm sorry, my Bengali is a little rusty. So, okay, good.
Hello, sir.
Well,
So I would like to know that we have. So I'm here.
Oh,
So I would like to know that we have come to know how our universe has started from the Big Bang, but I would like to know how do you think that our universe is going to end?
okay. Aren't you happy with this universe? You want it to end?
Yes, I am very much happy.
I think that, our people again said that that we have been invited to this universe to take part in the festival of life. So, of course, that's a natural question that we human beings ask ourselves. Where do we come from? Where do we go? Why we're here? And so that's a natural question. How would it end? To begin with, quantum theory shows that it is not possible exactly to predict how things will happen. You can cognize, you can put up various theories, but which one it would be, it is rather hard. Of course, that hasn't prevented people from speculating. So at this point, it would be a speculation. There are two reigning paradigms. One is that our universe is cyclical. It had a beginning that we know of. That part is sure. It is expanding and becoming bigger and bigger. In fact, if you have never heard this before, that as vast as the universe is actually started from a space so small that compared to that, we are as big as the universe is big compared to us. That's really mind-boggling. But anyway, that the universe did have a beginning in a very, very tiny nugget of space. It's pretty well established, so-called Big Bang. But how it end? It could be cyclical, it can expand, and there's some forces set in that will bring back again, and so go back and forth. Even that, there are two different theories. Roger Penrose has a cyclical theory, and Paul Steinhardt at Princeton University has what he calls ekpyretic cyclical universe. Just a little different in detail, but conceptually they are more basically that it will expand, contract, expand, contract. The other ending theory is that according to string theory, there could be 10 to the 500, not 10 to the 500 universes possible, and ours happen to be one of them. And for me, it's a little hard to believe in that because we have no evidence at all of any other universe than the one we live in. So my personal tendency would be, I rather believe in the cyclical universe, which has been, by the way, cognized by our Vedic rishis also. Brahma's day, in fact, India is the first one that was able to say it's billions of years. A lot of tradition says the world is only 5,000 years old, and that's obviously not true that you can see of. But how long it take, that depends on the details. At least we know that our sun will be here for another 5 billion years. We with a billion, not million. And the whole universe has been here for 14 billion years. And at least it could be, there are stars, what we call red dwarf. They can last for 100 billion years. And they can have life, they can support life also. In fact, we have at least a couple of thousand stars that we have been able to find outside our galaxy, outside our solar system, that some of them are quite capable of supporting life. So life is just not here, although we have no proof yet, but again, quoting Tagore, আকাশ ভরা সূর্য তারা বিশ্ব ভরা প্রাণ তাহারই মাঝখানে আমি পেয়েছি মোর স্থান. So pran could be life could be other. Again, I'm veering away from the question. Anyway, I hope I have answered your question. As I said, we can only tell what has happened in the past. We cannot really exactly predict, but we have some ideas, and I hope I've been able to convey to you. Thank you. Yes.
Philosophers have been contemplating about meaning of life and the cosmos. My question is, what was the meaning or purpose of the cosmos before human beings evolved?
Before
human beings evolved out of chimpanzees, for example.
I haven't quite understood.
Was the cosmos meaningless before human beings evolved?
Evolved?
Yes.
Yes. Science don't have a answer. Neither really science is designed to answer. What actually is the purpose of life, or why we are here? This is something that we actually perceive through our intuition, I guess we all know that we are here to enjoy life, to live, and to evolve. The only guide that we have from science is, as I said, what has the universe been doing for 14 billion years? It has been evolving, and along with that, we humans are also evolving. But I personally believe that if you knew exactly what the purpose of life would be boring. It is better to know, to get a perception of why we are here, which is that we are here to manifest and evolve, just like the universe has been doing, manifesting, evolving. To what goal? Again, that part gets into philosophy. That probably very simple way can be said, would you like to have dinner by yourself every day? So the source has manifested in all of us so that we can interact with each other. So we can evolve through that interaction. The biggest joy I get is by exchanging like we are doing today with each other, with your consciousness, my consciousness. Without manifestation and evolution, this would not be possible. So these are some of the things that one has to cognize, and the best we can say that we are here, life is for living. And in fact, again, Tagore said, "Amai noile iti bhuvaneshwar tomar prem hoto jemiche." So we are here for manifestation, for evolution, and interacting with each other. And for me, as I said, if you really get the experience of oneness and act from that. That is the best way to live life.
May I ask a question? May I ask? My question is, if the universe has been expanding, where is it expanding? There must have been some space there. So,
Interesting question. Where is it expanding? Is it expanding into space? No. Space is being created. In fact, according to Leonard Susskind of Stanford University, each element of space-time is cloning itself, just our cell clones in expansion. So it's creating the space. What is behind, or what is beyond, where is it going? It's not going to any space. It's creating its own space, and as a result, it is not possible to determine. There are certain boundaries are there that science cannot get through, and that's one of them. And just for example, if there was no cyclical universe, how is the universe? We know how it came about, but where does it come from? So there are some of the questions we cannot really answer, and one can speculate, of course. But if there is no way of proving it, it's just mere speculation. So all I can say is that as the universe expands, it creates its own space by cloning. Each element of space-time is cloning itself and growing that way. And where is it going? You can theorize. There's what do we call quantum bubble, meaning there's space, like in a black hole, inside the black hole. Time has stopped inside black hole, so space is not defined. It could be something coming into existence, disappearing, coming into existence. And quantum bubble, it's called quantum bubble. That is one possibility, but again, it's theory because we have no way of proving it. So that's all I can say for that.
It will never be answered by the scientists.
No, I have a different type of question.
No.
Let me have the mic, please.
ভগবান মনুষ্য জীবনের উদ্দেশ্য এটা প্রথম কথামৃতে বলে দিচ্ছেন শ্রীরামকৃষ্ণদেব, কিন্তু এই আনসারে ইউ নেভার বি স্যাটিসফাইড, and the scientists should never approve of this answer.
Now we will hear the presidential address to be delivered by Professor Deepak Ghosh, Emeritus Professor at the C.V. Raman Center for Physics and Music, Jadavpur University, Kolkata.
Respected Swami Shubhanandaji, distinguished scientist Professor Bhaumik, Professor Dilip Ghosh, and distinguished audience. The subject is very vast and debatable, no doubt. And you have been listening to a wonderful talk by a wonderful person. However, since I am been associated with particle physics and consciousness for last 40 years, I will summarize the total thing in 10 minutes. First of all, you know, the universe was created from nothing. This is a conception, mathematically consistent, as well as scientists have been able to create baby universe when the universe was centrifugal minus 6 seconds. Now the question is, in today's scenario, the situation is like this. The universe means matter, dark matter, and jokingly does not matter. Because universe consists of matter only 4%. 4% of the universe consists of matter, consists of atom. If I teach in school classes that the universe consists of atoms, it is a misconception. Because 4% of the universe consists of atom. The rest 26% is dark matter. Till date, scientists are trying their best to know what is dark matter, but we do not know as yet. And the rest 70% is dark energy. And due to that dark energy, universe is expanding. Universe is expanding, you'll be surprised to know, with a speed greater than the speed of light. This is possible because there is a restriction that inside the universe, no particle can reach the velocity of light. But there is no restriction that whether the universe as a whole can move with a speed greater than light. So, it is very difficult to verify, it is very difficult to predict the future of the universe, but scientists are working on this. Once dark matter and dark energy is known, it will be better for them to predict something. The situation is this: when the universe was created, there was no space, no time, no energy, no particle. At that time, space was created, and somebody was asking, where is the space? The universe is expanding and space is created. If this happens after say billions of years, when the universe will be so big, might be our head is here and leg will be at New York. So all data will be lost, all physical laws will be disturbed, so it will not be possible at all to predict what will be the fate of the universe. Even then, one thing is true, if the universe is destroyed somehow, the situation will no longer be the situation which was there before the universe was born, because there was not space. Now there will be space, but empty space. The subject is very vast, so I will take only 5 minutes time to summarize what are the philosophical ideas of our Indian origin and what are the scientific achievements to date. You know, although quantum mechanics is very, very powerful and useful, because everything you are looking, light, TV, internet, all these things are boon of quantum mechanics. Mathematical foundation is very strong, but the foundation is not very strong, because this might be a part of a big theory. This is a observer-dependent reality. Quantum mechanics are trying to develop mathematics which is observer-independent quantum mechanics. I would suggest to read Rabindranath Tagore about reality, about consciousness, about entanglement, and about quantum field theory, what Professor Bhaumik is talking about, because everything is quantum field theory. Because you know, in the universe consists of atoms. There are only atoms and void, nothing else. The atoms and voids create color, atom and voids creates taste, atom and voids create smell, atom and voids create everything. So, we do not know why the combination, rather different combinations of atom and void give rise to color. We do not know. So, I start with this thing, you know, the famous poem of Rabindranath Tagore. Just 3 days before he lost his consciousness, he wrote a poem, very famous poem on consciousness. First, I will read up in Bengali, because I think English language is very rich, but not rich enough to do justice to Tagore's work. প্রথম দিনের সূর্য প্রশ্ন করেছিল, সত্তার নতুন আবির্ভাবে কে তুমি? মেলেনি উত্তর। বৎসর বৎসর চলে গেল, দিবসের শেষ সূর্য শেষ প্রশ্ন উচ্চারিল, পশ্চিম সাগর তীরে নিস্তব্ধ সন্ধ্যায় কে তুমি? পেল না উত্তর। In English, the sun of the first day put the question to the new manifestation of light, who are you? There was no answer. Years passed by. The last sun of the last day uttered the same question on the shore of the western sea in the hush of evening. Who are you? No answer came. This is about consciousness, which Rabindranath realized just 3 days before his death. But the last poem of Rabindranath, I think, this should be the last realization. Because, you know, matter, dark energy, universe, all these things are our thought process, our mind, the construction of our mind. Now, We know the mind dictates brain. Mind is the software, brain is the hardware, all other organs only branch offices. So if hardware does not give any command, no organ works. But the brain is dictated by the mind. We do not know what is mind. But the question is, the brain can be scanned with a very powerful instrument, as you know, functional MRI, which can scan the brain just like X-ray can scan the body. I know the details of the body with the help of X-ray, where the bone, where the scratches. Similarly, this is a wonderful instrument, and the inventor won Nobel Prize. We can scan the thoughts of the brain, and this is reality. In what way? Using the magnetic properties of the protons and the neutrons of the atoms of the brain. So, protons and neutrons of the atoms of the brain are taking part in that imaging. So, we must assume they follow quantum mechanics, and therefore quantum field theory, what Professor Bhaumik is telling. This means, very simple way, who doesn't know quantum field theory, that in an atom there is proton and electrons are revolving. There is void in between. Then how connection is there? In a gravitation, you are there is a force downward. What is the correction? This is, in short, the quantum field theory. I am tempted to read out from Rabindranath Tagore. Some 80 or 90 years ago, he realized the essence of quantum field theory in a very simple term. Please, bear with me. And he wrote this article in Bhaumik, শুনিয়াছি অণু পরমাণুর মধ্যে কেবলই ছিদ্র। আমি নিশ্চয়ই জানি সেই ছিদ্রগুলির মধ্যেই বিরাট অবস্থান। ছিদ্রগুলি মুখ্য, বস্তুগুলি গৌণ। যাহাকে শূন্য বলি, বস্তুগুলি তাহারই অশ্রান্ত লীলা। সেই শূন্যই তাহাদিগকে আকার দিতেছে, গতি দিতেছে, প্রাণ দিতেছে। আকর্ষণ বিকর্ষণ তো সেই শূন্যেরই কুস্তির প্যাচ। জগতের বস্তু ব্যাপার সেই শূন্যেরই। এই বিপুল বিচ্ছেদের ভিতর দিয়াই জগতের সমস্ত যোগ সাধন হইতেছে। অনুর সঙ্গে অনুর, পৃথিবীর সঙ্গে সূর্যের, নক্ষত্রের সঙ্গে নক্ষত্রের। সেই বিচ্ছেদ মহাসমুদ্রের মধ্যে মানুষ ভাসিতেছে বলিয়াই মানুষের শক্তি, মানুষের জ্ঞান, মানুষের প্রেম, মানুষের যত কিছু লেখা। এই মহাবিচ্ছেদ যদি বস্তুতে নিরেট হইয়া ঘটিয়া যায়, তবে একেবারে নিবিড় একটানা মৃত্যু। মৃত্যু আর কিছুই নয়, বস্তু যখন আপনার অবকাশটা হারায়, তখনই তাহার মৃত্যু। বস্তু তখন কেবলই বস্তু, তার বেশি নয়। প্রাণ সেই মহা অবকাশ, যাহাকে অবলম্বন করিয়া বস্তু আপনাকে কেবলে আপনি ছাড়াইয়া চলিতে পারে। আমি সেই মূঢ় যে মানুষ বিচিত্রকে বিশ্বাস করে, বিশ্বকে সন্দেহ করে না। আমি নিজের প্রকৃতির ভিতর থেকেই জানি দূর সত্য, নিকট সত্য, স্থিতিও সত্য, গতিও সত্য। রূপী আমার কাছে আশ্চর্য, রসই আমার কাছে মনোহর। সকলের চেয়ে আশ্চর্য এই যে আকারের ফোয়ারা নিরাকারের হৃদয় থেকে নিত্যকাল উচ্চারিত হচ্ছে, কিছুতেই ফুরতে যাচ্ছে না। This is the last essence of quantum field theory. I will end up with the last poem of Rabindranath, because somebody was telling that what was the purpose of the cosmos before life was there. We believe if quantum mechanics is correct, everything is observer dependent. So it is there because I observe this. Therefore somebody has observed me, and in this way this will go on. Then who will be the last person? Last person, perhaps the grand designer, so-called, we call is God. This is the essence of quantum mechanics or quantum field theory. But we do not know what is the last person, nor it is difficult to identify from scientific point of view the last person, because we are thinking everything, we are constructing theory, we are constructing philosophy with our brains, with the atoms, with the quarks and the gluons. That means quarks and gluons or atoms, they are struggling for understanding themselves. And this cannot be achieved in a sense. But scientists should say that we are comfortable with not knowing. We do not know, that is true. But what is, we do not know. I conclude with the last poem of Rabindranath, Bengali. তোমার সৃষ্টির পথ রেখেছ বিচিত্র আপীর্ণ করি, বিচিত্র ছলনা জালে হে ছলনাময়ী। মিথ্যা বিশ্বাসের ফাঁদ পেতেছ নিপুণ হাতে সরল জীবনে। The English is Nirosri Chaudhary did translation, but the first word is not very good. You have strewn the path of creation with your varied wills, thou camouflage. With a cunning hand, laid the snares of false trust for a simple soul. Thank you very much.
The Secretary of Kolkata Society for Asian Studies, Dr. Sarmishta Dev Boshu, will now deliver the vote of thanks.
Respected Maharaj, Swami Shubhananandaji, respected Professor Dr. Monilal Bhaumik, respected Sri Dilip Kumar Ghosh, and respected Professor Deepak Kumar Ghosh, and ladies and gentlemen. On this auspicious occasion, I take the privilege to propose the vote of thanks. I, on behalf of Kolkata Society for Asian Studies, the organizing committee of this special lecture program, and on my own behalf, express our gratitude to Ramakrishna Mission Institute of Culture for this collaborative program. I express our gratitude to Swami Shubhananandaji Maharaj and Swami Jadavendraనందజీ, the head Center for Indological Studies of Ramakrishna Mission, for extending their kindness and generosity throughout to make the program successful. I extend our hearty vote of thanks to Honorable Professor Dr. Monilal Bhaumik for his kind consent to be present here and delivering such an erudite lecture on the very existence of humankind. I convey our sincere thanks to Professor Deepak Kumar Ghosh for his scholastic presidential address. I convey our heartiest thanks to the audience for their kind presence and active participation. We are grateful to Professor Dilip Kumar Ghosh and Professor Durga Basu for their guidance and suggestion every now and then to make this special event successful. Finally, I would like to take the opportunity to place on record our thanks to the advisory committee members and office bearers of Kolkata Society for Asian Studies for their logistic support and guidance extended towards all of us for organizing all the events of the society. Thank you once again. Namaskar.
Our thanks to Dr. Sarmishta Boshu. With this, we come to the end of today's function. I wish all of you a very happy New Year.